very scary. Okay, so we've got our little Mr. Apple here, kind of a little Halloween treat we're gonna talk about. So what I did earlier today was set that guy up, and just a moment ago washed off these apples, and we're just going to dry them off a little bit because we're going to prep up a little thing so that we can decorate some Halloween apples, and a pear, just for fun. So we've got this set up here. I'm just drying them off, Okay, so what we're going to actually use, now we experimented a little bit with cornstarch, and we actually used honey for a little bit, but we ended up cornstarch and corn syrup, putting those together again. You know, you're not going to be using very much of it. We're also going to be using a little bit of just assorted food coloring. Food color and egg dye is what this stuff is called. And so we are just going to be playing around here a little bit for our Halloween treat. And so we've got our nice apples to start off with here. Okay, now I'll show you what we're going to do with a couple of these little divided out plates. Now the divided out plates are nice because we can kind of control where our colors are going to go. Alright, but pretty simply, we're going to add a little bit of corn syrup to each one of these things here. Now everybody's going to get green hands, so you can wash up after it. And it does seem to wash out not too badly. Green teeth, green hands, but this food coloring is a little bit safe. It doesn't matter what kind. I mean, it just happens to be light corn syrup. The less water in it, the better, right? Because we're going to be making this mixture that basically allows us to do that. We're going to speed through this little bit here. Okay. You can add a surprising bit of cornstarch to your corn syrup. It's okay if it stays a little bit powdery, really, even. It's not exact. If you want an exact recipe for this stuff, I'm sure someone could work it out, but right now that's not what we're interested in. We're just interested in getting a little bit of a paste worked out. And when the cornstarch and the corn syrup mix, you can see that it leaves a nice little bit of powder by the side. But don't worry about that, because we're going to be adding a few drops of our color to it in a second here, and that will add some moisture to it, and then you're counteracting that nice effect. And it will stick onto the apple a little bit better, as you'll see. Zip, 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 zip. Okay. So, now when we get into this, blue is okay. We're going to add blue with green in this one. Green is actually the best. Green is the one that we found. Even though we're running it on a red apple, we're going to mix it with this one here. If you can make that a little darker. I'm going to use some red. And we're going to add some red to blue to make it kind of purple. We will make a yellow just for the fun of it. Alright, so then we're just going to mix these up. I'm going to use some toothpicks. Okay, so if you want to just get in there, and it doesn't have to be, but this one. Now, I think it's going to work best on a light colored apple. Okay, so here we are. You can pick your place. Got a couple of little blemishes. They could be bruises or something like that. Why not, right? But let's just go right here because we've got a nice looking little bit of apple here. So you might think, what do I need? Every good pumpkin needs some kind of eye. Right? We could just do these simple, but we could also give it some character here. Why not, right? Because you're drawing with a thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Whoa. Okay, a little nose. You actually have a little bit of control over this guy here. And give him a little dark mustache. A little Salvador Dali. Excellent. And some nice... Oh, yes. You're a very handsome apple. But you might have a little spinach in your teeth. Alright. Now there you go. Let's give him some curls. Oh, yes, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Right? You don't have to be an artist. You just want to get something done. And there we go. Scary apple. Whoa.